In this lesson, we're going to have a look at the sine and cosine addition and subtraction formulae, also called compound angle formulae. So first of all, let us start off by introducing a common misconception in trigonometry. So many people think that sine of x plus y equals sine x plus sine y. But that's not the case. Let's test that theory out. So sine of 90 plus 90, well, that would be, if this were true, sine 90 plus sine 90, which clearly isn't true because that's 1 plus 1, which is 2. And sine function can never take the value 2. It can only go as high as 1. So clearly that's wrong. Alternatively, sine of 180 is 0, certainly not 2. So that there is completely false. So rather than tell you what's false, let's show you exactly what's true. Let's show you how compound angles are actually expanded. And there it is there. So sine of A plus or minus B expands to sine A cos B plus or minus cos A sine B, or cos of A plus or minus B equals cos A cos B minus or plus sine A sine B. So let's do a couple of examples of these to show exactly how this works. So let's have a look at these examples here. It says expand the following. So let's use the formulae above to expand this. So x plus 90. So in this case, the A is x and the B is 90. And we use the plus here, which is on top. So we use the plus here as well. If we use the top sign there, we use the top sign there. So equals, and sub it into the formula. A, remember, is x and B is 90. So that's sine x cos 90 plus cos x sine 90. So we know that cos of 90 is 0, so that term disappears. We know that sine 90 is 1, leaving us with just cos x. And that's an identity we know to be intuitively true, sine of x plus 90 being cos x, because if you translate the sine graph 90 degrees to the left, we get the cos graph. So intuitively we know the statement's true. Let's try another then. So you might want to pause, have a go at this one yourself. But as usual, I will continue. So sine of pi over 4 minus theta, and we assume it's in radians when we see the pi over 4, which contextually must be radians because we don't see pi over 4s appear when we're talking degrees. So anyway, this time it's a minus in the middle there. So we're going to use the minus, which is the bottom sign, and the minus, which is the bottom sign, equals sine pi over 4 cos theta minus cos of pi over 4 sine theta equals, and using our calculator, sine of pi over 4 equals root 2 over 2. So root 2 over 2 cos theta minus, and cos of pi over 4 is exactly the same, root 2 over 2 sine theta, and there's our answer. Next one, cos of A plus 60, so equals, and this is the identity we're going to use now, and notice that the sign on the top here is a plus, but the sign on the top here is a minus. If we use the plus, that one's minus. If we decide to go with the sign on the bottom here, which is minus, we go with the sign on the bottom there, which is a plus. That's the significance of minus or plus rather than plus or minus. So we get cos A cos 60 minus sine A sine 60 equals, and put in the calculator, sine 60 we see to be, so I'm in radians rather than degrees, so I said that would happen. I said that you would forget to change your calculator into back into degrees after working in radians. When I introduced you to radians in the other video, I've made the same mistake. Don't do that. Make sure you shift setup, angle unit, degrees. There we go. So we'll put cos 60 in this time because that's the first term, is a half. So equals a half cos A minus, and sine 60 is root 3 over 2 minus root 3 over 2 sine A. So that's that one done. And finally, this one here. And what I'm going to do, as you've just seen, I'm going to change that to be a minus so we get exposure to every type of one of these expansions. So now it says cos of B minus 5 pi over 4. And I won't make the same mistake as before. I'm going to put the calculator back into radians because I see it's a radians question. Right, so that becomes cos B cos of 5 pi over 4. And that's a minus. So we take the sign on the bottom, which is minus, and the sign on the bottom there, which is plus. So plus sine A sine of 5 pi over 4 equals, well, let's do cos of 5 pi over 4, cos of 5 pi over 4 equals minus root 2 over 2, so equals minus root 2 over 2 cos B. And let's change that to sine now. Minus root 2 over 2 again, sine A. So that's using the compound angle formulae in order to expand trig expressions. So now let's look at solving an equation using the compound angle formulae, and I'll keep them on screen there. So here's a question here. Solve the equation 2 cos theta equals sine of theta plus 30 for the limits 0 to 360. So the first thing I'm going to do is use the compound angle formula to expand that there. And you might want to have a go at this yourself. If you want to, pause it. But I'll crack on with my solution. 2 cos theta equals, and let's not forget the implication sign at the start, which I'm guilty a lot for forgetting. So let's expand that. So we've got sine theta cos 30 plus cos theta sine 30, like that. Right, so cos of 30, let's put in the calculator, cos 30 equals, so I'm in radians, need to put it back into degrees. Cos 30 is root 3 over 2, so that means that 2 cos theta equals root 3 over 2 sine theta plus, and sine 30 is a half, but always good to check. Indeed it is, plus a half cos theta, like that. So, next line, let's gather up all the cos thetas. So we've got 2 cos thetas there and a half cos theta there. So taking the term over, we get 3 halves cos theta. 2 take a half as 3 halves, equals root 3 over 2 sine theta. And notice I've got a sine and a cos on each side now. If I divide both sides by cos theta, I get 3 over 2 equals with 3 over 2 and sine theta over cos theta is tan theta. Keep going. Times by 2, divide by root 3, which means that tan theta equals, and I'll put this in the calculator, so 3 over 2 divided by root 3 over 2, alternatively times by 3, divided by 2, is root 3. So tan theta equals root 3. Now we've got an equation that we know how to solve, which means that theta equals the arctan of root 3, which is 60 degrees. So theta equals 60 degrees. So rough sketch of the tan graph in those limits now. like that. So 0, 90, 180, 270, and then 360. You can see that 60 is a solution. So the other solution is 180 degrees plus 60. So 180 plus 60 is 240 degrees. So there's our two answers. And we've solved the equation using the compound angle formulae. So next we're going to move on to a final example. And these do crop up on exam papers quite a lot. And it's finding one trig ratio given another. And here it is here. It says, given that sine theta is 5/7, find the value of cos of theta minus pi over 3 when theta is acute and obtuse. So let's expand cos of theta minus pi over 3 using the compound angle formulae. So let's do that. So first of all, let's put the compound angle formula up there for cos. And there it is there. So when doing questions at A level now, you should always have your formula book to hand. This is given in the formula book, so you don't need to remember it. So we can see that cos of theta minus pi over 3 is equal to cos theta cos pi over 3, cos theta cos pi over 3, and it was a minus, it was a takeaway, so we're going to use the plus here. So we've got cos theta cos pi over 3 plus sine theta sine pi over 3, which is equal to, well, cos of pi over 3, put this into radians, cos of pi over 3 is a half, so equals a half cos theta plus, and sine of pi over 3 equals root 3 over 2, so root 3 over 2 sine theta. So to evaluate this expression, well, I'm given that sine theta is 5/7, so sine theta is 5/7 there, but I need to know cos theta now, and I'll do that in the first case when A is acute, when the angle is acute, so part A, the angle is acute. If the angle's acute, I can model this whole situation using a right angle triangle where theta is there, and sine theta, so opposite over hypotenuse, sine theta is 5/7, like that. Now I'll find the third side using Pythagoras. You might want to pause it and go at it yourself now. But the adjacent side equals the square root of 7 squared minus 5 squared equals, so root of 7 squared minus 5 squared, which is 2 root 6. So the adjacent is 2 root 6. Right, so that means now that cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. So adjacent 2 root 6 over 7 is cos theta. And now we have what we need to evaluate this expression here. We know the value of sine theta, 5/7, and we know cos theta is 2 root 6 over 7. So that becomes a half of cos theta, so half of 2 root 6 over 7, plus root 3 over 2 times 5/7 equals, well, those 2's cancel, to give root 6 over 7 plus 3 root 5 over 14. And there's the exact value of cos of theta minus pi over 3 when sine theta was 5/7. Part B, slightly more difficult, because now the angle's obtuse, so we can't model it using a triangle. If we try to model this using a triangle, an obtuse angle, we don't get a right angle triangle, we just get an open shape like that. So we're going to use the trig identities. So we've got that sine theta is 5/7, which means that sine squared theta equals 25/49, which means that cos squared theta is 1 minus sine squared theta. So 1 minus 25 over 49. Which is equal to 24 over 49. Should have been able to do that in my head. Which means that cos theta is plus or minus, let's root that, 2 root 6 over 7. Plus or minus 2 root 6 over 7. But it can't be both of those. It has to be only one, and the key comes from theta being obtuse. So drawing a cos graph, we can see for obtuse angles, which are angles between 90 and 180, we can see that the cosine function takes a negative value. Therefore, it must be the negative 2 root 6 over 7 that we take. Okay, so now we've got the value of cos theta, we've got the value of sine theta, which was 5/7. Let's sub it into our expression. So, therefore, cos of theta minus pi over 3 equals a half cos theta, and cos theta in this case was minus 2 root 6 over 7 plus root 3 over 2 times 5/7 again, just like before, equals, well, the 2's cancel, and that becomes minus root 6 over 7 plus, and that becomes 5 root 3 over 14. And that's how to do questions like that, and they crop up, as I say, quite a bit on exam papers. So that's all for this lesson. You go away and practice the questions, which will take you through a lot of these examples again and again and again. Repetition is the key. Feel free to look back at the video if you need to. Enjoy.